Namaskaram. Welcome to Veeram Kalari. I am Kiran Ramanathan. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating aspects of Kalaripayattu, its diverse styles. Kalaripayattu isn't just a single martial art form. Over centuries, it has grown into a rich system with multiple variations, each shaped by different philosophies, movement patterns, and training methods. These styles didn't emerge randomly. They developed over time due to variations in local customs, environment, and the way knowledge was passed from one generation to the next. This beautiful diversity is what makes Kalaripayattu so unique and deeply rooted in the land it comes from. In this episode, we will explore how these different styles came to be and what sets them apart. Before we move on, there's one important concept that we need to understand. Sampradaayam. In traditional arts like Kalaripayattu, Sampradaayam plays a vital role. It refers to a living lineage, a tradition or system of knowledge passed down through generations in the Guru-Shishya Parampara or teacher-student chain. Every Kalari or martial tradition usually belongs to a specific Sampradaayam. It might be named after a family, a village, a legendary teacher, or even a guiding philosophy. In simple terms, Sampradaayam is more than just a style. It's a preserved tradition that carries forward the core teachings, methods, and values of its origin. You will hear the word Sampradaayam often as we explore the different lineages of Kalaripayattu, so keep it in mind as we go deeper. In the early days, Kalaripayattu Sampradaayams were broadly classified into three major traditions: Tulunadan, Malanadan, and Venadan. Let's break them down. Tulunadan refers to Kalari traditions that originated in the Tulu-speaking regions, particularly in the northern part of present-day Kerala and the southern coast of Karnataka. This region stretches from Kasaragod to Udupi and Mangalore, bordered by the Chandragiri River in the south and the Kollur or Sharavati River in the north. Malanadan represents the styles from the hilly terrain of north and central Kerala, what we know as the Malabar region. It covers districts like Wayanad, Kozhikode, Malappuram, Kannur, and the highlands of Palakkad. These styles reflect the rugged geography and strong warrior traditions of the area. Venadan, on the other hand, refers to the martial systems practiced in Kollam, Thiruvananthapuram, and Kanyakumari. Known for their aggressive fighting techniques and emphasis on Burma Adi or pressure point striking, Venadan styles carry a strong Tamil influence shaped by proximity and historical ties to the Pandya and Chola kingdoms. These three classifications, Tulunadan, Malanadan, and Venadan, are based on the old geographical regions of Tulunadu, Malanadu, and Wayanadu. Interestingly, old northern ballads even mentions Malanadan warriors traveling to Tulunadu in search of advanced sword techniques and tantric practices. Because of this cultural exchange, the Kalari traditions of Malanadu show a striking resemblance to the Tulu martial systems. Beyond the older geographical classifications like Tulunadan, Malanadan, and Venadan, Kalaripayattu is also categorized differently in modern times. Today, you'll often hear three main terms: Vadakkan or Northern Kalaripayattu, Madhyakerala or Central Kalaripayattu, and Thekkan or Southern Kalaripayattu. These are often called Northern style, Southern style, and Central style in books, documentaries, and in public discussions. But here's the truth: these are not styles in the technical or traditional sense. Instead, they are simply regional classifications used to group practitioners based on geography, especially in Kalaripayattu competitions and modern discussions. With that understanding in place, let's explore each of these regional traditions and the distinctive martial systems within them. Northern Kalaripayattu. Known locally as Vadakkan Kalaripayattu, Northern Kalaripayattu is primarily practiced in the Malabar regions of Kerala. It is the most widely recognized form of Kalaripayattu today, largely due to its frequent appearance in media, films, cultural programs, and stage demonstrations. Northern Kalaripayattu is fundamentally a battlefield art with a strong focus on weapon training. In contrast, its bare-hand techniques receive comparatively less emphasis. Northern Kalaripayattu is known for its emphasis on physical flexibility, explosive movements, and body control. It is rooted in the famous principle, Meyya Kannaganam, let the body become eyes. This phrase reflects the ultimate goal of training, to make every muscle and movement of the body as alert and aware as the eyes themselves. The teacher or instructor in Northern Kalaripayattu is called Gurukal, who guides students through rigorous training and personalized guidance, helping them master the techniques and philosophies of Kalaripayattu. The 4 stages of training in Northern Kalaripayattu. Meithari, the foundational phase where students build strength, agility, stamina, and reflexes through body conditioning and cardio-intensive routines like Meipayat, Kaikutipayat, Pagarchakal, and more. Kolthari, this is where students begin partner-based training with wooden weapons. Movements are practiced through structured, choreographed patterns to build coordination and timing. Angathari, here, students transition to real metal weapons like swords, shields, spears, etc. This phase begins only after they have gained confidence and control through wooden weapon practice. Veeram Kalari. The final stage involves learning to defend against armed attacks using only bare hands and improvised weapons. Interestingly, from my personal experience, Veeram Kalari was not originally part of Northern Kalaripayattu. It was most likely added later, possibly inspired by Southern Kalaripayattu, where bare hand techniques are more developed. It's possible that practitioners of Northern Kalaripayattu eventually recognized the importance of integrating bare hand combat alongside weapon-based training. The fact that Veeram Kalari is traditionally taught only after completing multiple levels of weapon training suggests that it may have been a later addition to the system. We'll explore Southern Kalaripayattu in more detail shortly. Northern Kalaripayattu carries influences from both Kerala and Tulunadu martial traditions. There are 3 main Sampradaayams practiced within this system. Arappukai Sampradaayam. This style emphasizes Kaluyarthipayattu or leg-raising forms. In this context, it is the Meipayat. Here, the focus in Meipayat is on high kicks, strength, flexibility, stamina, and body balance. Pillathaangi Sampradaayam, also known as Kadatanadan Mura. This tradition originates from the Kadathanadu region, which includes modern-day areas of Vadakkan, Mahi, and parts of Kozhikode. Unlike Arappukai, which focus on leg techniques, Pillathaangi emphasizes Kaikutipayattu, translated as thrusting hand forms. Practitioners use powerful forward motion of the fist, slamming both hands on the ground, thrusting and transitioning with sharp movements to advance or retreat. In simple words, it's a style of piercing hand combat. Vattemthirippu Sampradaayam. This is a lesser known and slowly fading tradition with few remaining practitioners. It features dance-like acrobatic movements. Certain techniques from this system, like somersaulting over rows of people, diving through fire hoops, and other circus-like stunts, are its speciality. In fact, hiring agile Kalaripayattu practitioners for circus acts was a common trend in the past, and in some places, it continues to this day. It is believed to have been influenced by Tulunadu martial arts traditions. Southern Kalaripayattu, known locally as Thekkan Kalaripayattu, is traditionally practiced in the regions of Kollam, Thiruvananthapuram, Nagarkoil, and Kanyakumari. It is also known by other names too: Adimura, Adimurai, Aditada, Adivela, etc. At its advanced levels, it includes Varma Adi, the pressure point striking system. Unlike Northern Kalaripayattu, which is battlefield-focused, Southern Kalaripayattu is designed as a self-defense system meant to deal with sudden, real-life threats, especially from weapon-wielding attackers. It is more combative in nature and places heavy emphasis on hand-to-hand combat, hard-impact techniques, and footwork. Unlike Northern Kalaripayattu, which emphasizes flexibility and graceful movements, Southern Kalaripayattu focuses more on power and speed, placing less emphasis on flexibility and more on combat efficiency. I've always wondered how Northern Kalaripayattu stayed closer to its battlefield roots, while Southern Kalaripayattu gradually evolved and adapted into a self-defense oriented system. The core of Southern Kalaripayattu lies in the Chuvadu, forms, and Adavu, fighting techniques, with up to 64 Adavugal practiced in some lineages. Training begins with Chuvadu, forms that combine various fighting techniques. Immediately after that, sparring with a partner is introduced as part of the training. These predetermined techniques are practiced repeatedly. Once a basic proficiency in unarmed combat is established, weapon training begins, typically with a small stick. This training is usually done in pairs, using sticks or daggers, and focuses primarily on defensive techniques. As students progress, they are introduced to more advanced weapon sparring, including long sticks, swords, and other weapons. Throughout this phase, unarmed combat skills are also refined further. With experience, a small amount of knowledge related to marma may be taught, if deemed appropriate by the teacher. In southern Kalaripayattu, the master is traditionally known as Ashan. I specialize in southern Kalaripayattu, and most of the videos I'll be sharing in future will be based on this style. Central Kalaripayattu, known as Madhyakerala Kalaripayattu, this tradition is primarily practiced in Malappuram, Ponnani and neighbouring regions of central Kerala. This tradition was historically associated with several Sampradaayams such as Kalamchavittu, Odimurasheri and Dronamvelli. However, only Kalamchavittu has survived into the present day. Kalamchavittu, the art of stepping the patterns. The most unique aspect of Kalamchavittu is its training method. Practitioners follow intricate patterns drawn on the floor, known as Kalam. Training begins with a simple layout, 2 nodes drawn on the floor, connected by a bridge. The practitioner starts by standing on these nodes and moving between them using coordinated steps, strikes, and blocks. As training progresses, more nodes and bridges are added. With growing complexity, the practitioner performs precise forms, strikes, and defenses using hands, feet, elbows, palms, and fists, all while stepping within the designated Kalam structure. Eventually, a skilled practitioner may train across up to 64 different Kalam patterns. Interestingly, the majority of Kalamchavittu practitioners today come from Kerala's Muslim community. This suggests that the system may have evolved not only through historical trade and cultural exchange with Arab communities, but also as part of the broader martial arts traditions practiced by Muslim communities in the Malay regions, particularly during Kerala's centuries-long maritime contact with West Asia and Southeast Asia. That brings us to the end of today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future episodes. I'll look forward to sharing more with you. See you in the next episode.